Sherman is firing. Panzer IVs are engaging. They are pushing up against the Sherman. Sherman doing its best, but it's 2-1. But here comes bazooka teams. Hey guys, remember to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and hey, go one step further, become a channel member. Any support you guys give is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the video. Hello everyone, I'm Greyshot17, and today I'm covering a Company of Heroes 3 4v4. Everyone's favorite map as well is being showcased today with Rapido River Valley. I lied. A lot of people say it's the worst. I don't think it's that bad. I hate the bubbles. Apparently it's something with my audio, but by God, if you're in the chat and you know, because I've tried to look it up, if you know how to fix this, or I just hear bubbles among everything else, please let me know. But anyway, we ourselves number of key combatants here, being 3 Vermach, 1 Doc, and 2 American, 2 Brit. American forces are dropping in an MG pretty far forward, and again, they are versing the Vermach, so they're not as mobile as the Doc. Weird to say, but at least in the initial, the Doc has a lot more light armor they can maneuver. Vermach, not necessarily. Kettengrad's great, but it's more recon than anything else. We got ourselves the MG with double engineer, jack of all trades build, and a standard rifleman build versus MG spam, palm grenadiers, a jack of all trades, and a little bit of jack of all trades. MG caught out of position, pulls back. So just double checking, that is Boldicus Mantius, kind of pushing on here. I also want to say Boldicus Dankus Mimicus, but no. Boldicus is trying his best, but alas, that was not a bad idea. He just needs reinforcements, and luckily there's some scout units that should stop the pioneers and allow him a moment to breathe, to put some fire down. On the flip side, good job on that player, Whisperer, I can see on the side, for advancing and putting that pressure on. MG as well has the high ground and should be able to oversee all the allied positions and get a good vantage point on the entire area. So this I do like, I'm gonna be honest, is the MG just firing from above. That poor body. There we go, those scout units are being hit. MG is firing from the side. MG is technically out of cover, but he does have the high ground, so something to keep in mind. Alright, let's continue with the name, shall we? So we have Boldicus, we got ourselves Railinator, Ronnie, and Noob King. Now, on the flip side, we got ourselves Chucky, we have Kecking, I guess? Sure. We got Uncle, and we got ourselves Whisperer. Alright, more MGs? Yeah, more MGs are dropping on in. So he's gone airborne with this. We also got Indian Artillery with Ronnie. We got ourselves Railinator going with the Canadians. Hopefully we see some of them. That might be the reason why he's going with Raw Engineer. He wants to save up to get some Canadian forces. MG is in a decent position overseeing this area. But again, while he's... wait, I'm sorry. Did he build... Oh, he built an MG. Well, he's being very defensive oriented. So too is Chucky. Chucky is gone with Terror Tactics. That's why he's the MG camoed. He has a bunker. I'm assuming that's going to help guard this area. Another MG. So weirdly positioned because stuff in your way. Maybe reposition here or somewhere you can have more sight over a larger area. But not a terrible idea. He's going to pull back because of the mortar fire. We go further down the road toward the fuel. British forces are actually holding on to that decently well, even with a German flank. So, I'll just say Keck. He's trying to do his best with his Doc forces, but he's not really going highly mobile. Again, with double palm grenadiers and now a half track, he's a little late to the party. He hasn't picked anything just yet. Okay, grenade. Not too shabby. Further south, we had German forces that tried to push up, but a good mix of Noob King, and actually, I think it's just Noob King. Yeah, just him, managed to drive the enemy away. Noob King, by the way, is going with the Special Operations. Meanwhile, Railinator, again, we already saw Canadians. Boldicus going with Airborne, and Indian Artillery. So a good assortment of battle groups with a mixture of artillery, heavy armor, and some, oh, and I say artillery, not just the Indian Artillery, but also Special Operations with the Whiz-Bang. So, on a more arty map, not too shabby. Boldicus actually leading the way, doing a pretty damn good job. We have a lot of MGs as well, trying to play defensive with another MG bunker in the front. So they have a bit of a diamond formation they can do to prevent enemy forces from really hitting them. And this wasn't exactly like a hard-hitting force. This is just a scout and an engineer. So it's really just a scout party at best. MG is well pushed back, but I will give credit to Boldicus for pushing forward and taking so much territory away from the Axis. Because we look at the Axis resources, allies are at 28, Axis 21. Axis at 25 munitions, allies are at 50 munitions. So really good job on that part. Meanwhile, we got ourselves Ronnie. Hello there. Thanks for joining into the chat. Let's see, infantry section. They haven't upped with scopes, but okay. I'm assuming he's saving up for something bigger. We'll have to see. But yeah, he's right now as the smallest army. Noob King, which I've been informed is Skippy, which, yeah, I saw Skippy pop on in, so yes. Yes, Chad, I know. Howitzer fire is trying to hit the MG, so we've seen a lot of MGs being pumped out by the Wehrmacht. It is good to see artillery easily countering that, or at least putting pressure on. Plus, you got yourselves a Weasel, which can provide a little fire support, as well as, depending on the upgrade, drops a, well, actually, no. Capture territory, provide that additional support. Or even heal. Yeah, once I see a handful of names, I know someone submitted this. Now, I will say, or not submit this, but I know part of a team. But I will say, I will reveal who submitted this replay toward the end. But if you have a replay you want to submit to my GMR Discord. I'll gladly cover it. We got ourselves a mortar as well, backed up on the MG, just holding firm. I'm surprised there's in a medical station, or he doesn't upgrade to additional veterancy, so we get the Grenadier with the medic upgrade, so we can actually heal his allies. That would be a nice little bonus. Armored counterattack is ensuing, and it's really just a half track hitting the Weasel. Weasel with no weapon, by the way. Weasel just charging headlong, no weapons. Give credit where credit's due. All right. All Grenadiers advancing. So again, we have Keck doing the best he can. Nice grenade. Thank you for the kind words about my hold on. Oh, AT grenade hits him, but he's not dead until Boldicus comes in with the bazookas. Nice. Keck needs to retreat. His units are dying very quickly. He's very low. Paratroopers don't get in close and they can't finish off that palm grade here. But thank you to all the kind words for everyone who wished me well, especially for my recent wedding. I do appreciate that. Let's see. MG is under artillery fire, so again, good job with the 75. Really like it because, again, it's not only AT, but it does have that little extra RD punch, especially on this map, which is a bit more of a long-range sort of map. Yeah, that's really gonna help. Victory point-wise, allies are down by about 100 points, so they need to keep the momentum going. Weasel is down, so unfortunately, that is one more unit the allies have lost, but allies still doing pretty well, all things considered, at least with resources. Again, on this map, you want to go for just start putting down caches, if you can, because again, it is so far back, it is harder for the enemy to get back there. So right now, both sides have... Wait, actually, take that back. We have one cache by Chucky. Okay, so one cache by Chucky down. We'll see if the allies catch up. We know they went Canadian. We know they went Indian artillery. So no Australians, no air and sea, so caches won't be cheaper. But still, that's fine. Every little cache can help as soon as they stabilize their line. Paratroopers under heavy fire, trying to put up a... I'm assuming either a mortar pit or a nice little MG fighting position. But Grenadiers are still advancing. Again, no veterancy bonus for them. A little weird. But they are still pushing, so gotta give credit where credit is due. MG is set up to kind of guard this area. For the Germans, I don't think I covered them. We have mechanized. We have ourselves Whisperer going with mechanized. Interesting. So a lot of mechanized. Chucky, again, we already saw going terror tactics. And Kecking going with... Wait, really? Okay, potential elephant with the Panzer command. Engineer doing the best they can with an MG providing fire support. Grenadiers are finally stopped and pushed back. Artillery, looks like all the allied positions are here. Interesting choice with the double howitzer. Seems to be doing wonders, as you can see here with the firing arc. Oh, maybe it was trying to kill the unit retreat. Not too sure about that. MG definitely has not moved up. Kill-wise, it's about even, so we can't say one side is doing way better than the other, and one is tactically superior. It's about even at the 10-minute mark. So we'll have to see how things continue. We have a lot of defensive positions up in the northern area, so I don't expect a huge push. Also, I mentioned the cache, but it is very risky to put it so close to the front. But that's how determined Chucky is. He believes he can hold, and he's already getting a Panzer Grade. Well, not already. He should have gotten that a little while ago. But it's probably all the... Well, wait, hold on. Is he building both buildings? Yeah, he has all 3 initial buildings. So interesting choice. We're not going with immediately to the last stuff in order to get like a Panzer IV, a Brumbar, or a Strobe Troop, and we're just not. All right, unit does perish right there. MG is trying to fire but gets smoked out. Axis forces pulling them back. We have a flak filling, so some AA. Actually, speaking of which, for the Americans, we have ourselves, let's see, the mechanized building and the support building. So, Noob King right here is going to have himself a captain, most likely. Yep, there it is. That means he has a potential for cheaper mines, cheaper grenades, and cheaper infantry reinforcements, which would be big for an infantry-based army. Meanwhile, the other American army is mostly going with a armored force that can be 76 Shermans, better repair facilities, better armor, you name it. So a lot of good stuff there. Artillery from the howitzers continue to pound at the Jaeger forces, and they will pull back. Those things you really have to worry about, especially because they can camouflage, fire Shreks, and just obliterate armor in a surprise salvo. Kind of, again, CoH3, you had the Panzer Grenadier army that was horrifying. It's essentially this big Shrek force. That fills a similar role. It's just the camouflage makes it even more off-putting or very much surprising. MG and Grenadiers are fighting and potentially going to hold this position. Now, I do like how he's building cover while he's decapping it, because technically he's not decapping it. It's just the enemy's not capturing it, so he's using that spare time that he knows it's like there's no real point in me capturing it because it's already going to go down to put cover. Little stuff like that if you want to improve your survivability and also save time. Boldicus, by the way, bringing out the 75s. Armor-wise for the Allies, this is it. This is absolutely it for the Allies right now. But the 75s may be what they need right now as the artillery fires consistently at enemy positions. MG is taking the brunt of the action with a recon plane flying overhead for additional targets potentially. Oh, thanks to the good old American Airborne battle group. Now, Mortar is being pushed back and gets killed by the 75. Massive counterattack going on in the north. Canadians, though, say, no way, Jose, and they will counterattack. They've been up with the grenade launchers, so they are pretty good against any sort of light armor. We have units here trying to take out this position. We have a fear propaganda call in, but the Canadians get out of there. Will this survive? It is super low. I think it's about to die. Yeah, there it goes. Unfortunate, but there's still the MG here and plenty of position, things to hold back the Canadians. Grenades would be annoying if they are able to flank this and maybe destroy it, but with the MG right there, looks like, if I had to guess, that Railinator is going to be sent back to base. Alright. Now we have a Panzer squad. He's been upped with a Shrek team for better AT capabilities, so I would suspect Keck is going to make sure that he is pretty solidly able to hold back armor. And again, with red, we're also seeing a Panzer squad, but just one, not like a big swarm or anything like that. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Infantry section has pushed up, flanking the MG bunker. There is not much German defenses anywhere right there. And now, because of a great flank, and because Ronnie's able to push up, not one, not two, but 3 victory points are under Allied control, which is helping them regain the initiative, stop the bleed in terms of command points, or victory points, and yeah, just hold on for dear life, which is good. Absolutely good. We have a flak opening fire. Again, that is technically an AA gun, so it is trying to shoot down that plane. Flak filling and other things will shoot down the plane, and there it goes. So the Axis will... Oh, they have another flak here. So looks like they are prepping themselves in order to counteract any sort of massive air usage by the Allies in terms of call-ins, recon, airstrikes. But we know they didn't do air support, so that's one thing you don't have to worry about. Okay, Pioneer is suppressed, holding there. Again, howitzers might have an issue as additional artillery is being fired. And I had to guess. Oh, God. Yep, the Wesp. Okay, Wesp is now on the field, and now it's going to be a big uh-oh for Noob King, because, again, howitzers are good. Wesp is a mobile armored, well, not lightly armored, but essentially a mobile armored artillery unit. So he's going to easily be able to outrange and outgun these things. So he has, not only does Noob King have to be mobile and highly aware of where the artillery is coming in, but he has to keep his howitzers on the move before they get pinned down by arty fire and either killed or sent back to base. And right now he has some good veterancy, so he doesn't want to lose that. All right. Meanwhile, what are we looking at for Axis armor? Oh, okay, so we have 2 of these damn things on the field, so a lot of artillery. That makes sense. Again, this is a very long map. This is a map that essentially is meant for long-term engagement. So, in terms of consistent battles. So, yeah, people are going to get the artillery and try to just arty spam. We do have a Stug on the field. It just deployed, so I think that's our first, like, major armor. The 75s were light half-tracks, so I'm not really counting them. But, yeah, Tank Depot by Noob King is going into effect. We have Boldicus's paratroopers trying to hold on to that fuel. I'll give credit for him trying to hold. Grenade wasn't great. Hold on. We have a satchel going off. Cause Grenadiers to retreat and removes the cover. So, hey, you didn't kill the unit, but you removed the enemy's ability for better defensive play. So, can't say bad things about that. Alright, up north, we got ourselves a counterattack by the dock with a... Oh, wow. Nebulorfer breaking the MG, causing a hole in Railnator's lines. Railnator does not have forces, well, in a position to engage. His Canadian forces are incredibly weak. Now it is spilling over onto Ronnie. Flak-Furling is advancing and hitting the infantry section. This might be a small collapse of the Allied lines. Allies, by the way, have been putting down a lot of caches all across the front and reinforced positions so they can retreat there. That's what we saw with Canadians. They retreated to that position, or this position over here. But it is not looking good. We do have an AT unit. Nice 6-pounder, able to open fire and push back that force. Canadians are doing the best they can. Oh, Flak-Furling gets man, that body went absolutely flying. But yeah, KO'd, I think, by the Canadians with that. So nice job, if that is the case. Panzerjäger squad is in full retreat. German forces still took the victory point, but they took some heavy losses in that push. So not an easy fight for them. If anything, something that is going to cause Keck to just drop down with his overall population down, the smallest for the German forces. Alright. Germans, by the way, large infantry armies. Like, very big. And also a lot of good support units. So, hopefully that's allowing them to keep the pressure on the Allies. And by victory point-wise, it is about a 150-point difference. MG by Boldicus is holding on to the fuel, or attempting to, stopping the Panzergrenadier in its tracks. We have a fighting position that will be here. I'm assuming it's going to be a mortar pit that will help hit the enemy. Right now, howitzers are dropping white phosphorus on a mortar on a pack. The MG's in front of it, so he's going to have a hard time retreating. So, hey, good kills right there. Someone's not focusing on their men, focusing on something else. And, yeah, did not pan out well. Same thing for the Stug! The tank destroyer goes down thanks to the Canadian forces. Once again, showing that in any battle, you want the Canadians on their side. Because pound for pound, especially in World War II, they were... and also World War I. Oh, God, was it... Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. It could be very wrong. Was it Passchendaele? That they were like, oh, everyone else is hold back, but somehow the Canadians have pushed the farthest. But by God, these Canadian forces, nothing to sneeze at. Veterancy 3 on one of them. So really excellent job. Now, unfortunately, the Germans do have the fuel in a lot of key areas. But as we saw earlier, they put down the cash, but they haven't put down more. So right now, fuel-wise, it's still not too shabby, actually. The Allies have a small lead, in part due to all the resources they put down. That's keeping them a lead in fuel and muni. But here comes a German counterattack. We got ourselves Uncle trying to push on in. Nebworfers hitting the howitzers, neutralizing one. Oh my god, lots of artillery fire just pounds Noob King's position. Noob King losing a good chunk of his forces right there. They're not totally killed. He could always remand them. But those howitzers had some good veterancy to them, and losing them is a real tough thing to swallow, most likely. Now, Allied forces are doing better in other areas. We have ourselves Canadians advancing. Looks like the bunker has been destroyed, but Canadians are slowly pushing up the hill, neutralizing the flak. We have pamphlets coming on in, but again, they are too, how about this? They're too slow with calling that in. Aim it to where you do not want the enemy to go. Aim this further up the hill, so the Canadians have to walk past it and further up. Or they have to stay behind it for 20 seconds. Because, yeah, it is an area of effect for 20 seconds. Orbital Wind is on the field. Oh! And one of the Canadian forces do perish. Will the Vet 3-1 survive? This is a massive blob. Canadians are relieved, maybe by this MG. It's going to be close. But the Canadians do perish! Damn, I talk so highly of... I feel like... Railnators just from the grave being like, Greyshot, you talked highly about my units! Why'd you do that? It means immediately they're going to die if you talk something up as being awesome. MG being hit by those Nebworfers, which, by the way, how many? Two? Let's see. At least 3 Nebworfers are on the field. This is... Alright. So we do have actually multiple Matilda tanks. That would have came in handy, honestly, to have armor. But Matilda, while slow, is I'm glad is finally on the field because they are very good infantry killers. To a certain point in World War II, they were the queen of the desert. They were the things that the Italians feared among anything else, and even the Germans would have a hard time penning them with was it the Panzer III with the 50 on the gun. But the big thing about it is the fact those Flak 88s really help make sure that you could pen even a Matilda. Speaking of penning, we got ourselves some 75s, getting some great shots on the side and rear armor of that Brumbar. So while the Brumbar theoretically on like a front face could hold up against 75s, side or rear, that Brumbar has to get in gear and get the heck out of there. Bulldozer is also in effect, so a good anti-infantry killer. Wait, deep behind Allied lines, there's Jaeger squads, Grenadiers. Whizbang trying his best to neutralize the Jaeger squad. Oh! Medical building goes down, but so too does that unit. So a little bit of a... Well, we're gonna die, so let's kill something. Matilda's advance. They're having some difficulties, thanks to Chucky coming on in as well as the Doc player doing his best. One Matilda goes down. There is too much AT with Shrek fire coming from all directions. And again, this man has the Panzerjäger command, which that thing, that battle group is specifically driven. If you want to hold back armor, that is how you hold back armor. That has so many different abilities. Matildas are taking a lot of action. And I just talked highly about these things. God damn it. Is he about to lose both Matildas? Are you serious? Allies losing... I mean, to be fair, this does fit. British were after Compass were like, we got this. Launch a counterattack and, yeah, lose so much armor to just German defense positions. And that seems to be the case now with Germans managing to kill 2 units with ease. Also, we do have a potential for a V1, so we will have to keep an ear out for a V1 drop. The big thing right now is resources. Oh, nice. Okay, burnout. So the Canadians are stopping the victory point right there for a moment. So decapping it at very least. Okay, pretty cool. I hear artillery. And yeah, there it goes. Stuka fire just blasting Ronnie. into with Nebula for fire. The entire hillside is just on fire. Allies are taking heavy casualties, but right now their saving grace is a guy named Boldicus, as he is boldly going where no allied player would dare cross into German lines. And yeah, bazooka fire, even the bulldozer, doing a lot of good work. Almost kills the Brumbar with an arty fight. Panzer Grenadiers are advancing. AT gun is holding back the bulldozer, and he still has additional armor with the 75s and a Hellcat on standby. So if the Germans launch a counterattack with a Panther, which we know that is has a higher and higher likelihood given the fact that, one, it's later in the game, and two, there's two players that have the chance to go Panther. Yeah, he has the AT that can at least hold it back. At least one, maybe two. Three or more, different story. We have a Croc on the field engaging a Panzer III. So even after the Matildas fall, we still at least have something. Crocodile's doing his best. Now we have a Grant on the field. Ronnie and Railinator doing the best to stop the German counterattack over here. And by God, the armor seems to be holding firm. But here comes the Nebelwerfers, hitting the MG, neutralizing it. Also hitting the armor, causing a little bit of damage. Medical truck is even under fire. Stug is about to perish. He turns when he should have retreated and gone backwards, costing him the Stug once again. Wirbelwind has been stunned. And it was just long enough for the Grant to get one good salvo in and fire two direct shots in the rear and put that thing down. So again, don't turn around, just pull back. Artillery is again not neutralizing a lot of allied positions. Canadians are back, but they are by themselves. All these support units have been neutralized, and we have mines that have dropped down this sector. So again, we're going to need some sweepers or something to neutralize these mines. A grenade is not an effective way to do that. As we can see, there's more mines right there. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, don't use grenades. That being said, use sweepers. But if the enemy is walking on their own minefield, you know, maybe just call in mortar support and hit that area, because that's an easy way to get some kills. Look, Canadians are incredibly low. Oh, they capture the points so they can heal. Nice. We ourselves, let's see, Stug, Panzer III, and a Stuka. With, by the way, wow, really? Did it hit the... Wow, oh my God, it's actually hitting... Of all the places to fire, that is the one place you probably should not have fired. But yeah, I guess it actually hit the architecture right there. Damn. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. All right. German units are behind Allied positions, knocking out their fighting positions and whatnot. It's still a pretty brutal fight between both sides. I will also say, again, Allies are down by about 250 points. They need to start counterattacking and launching something. Recon is in the back trying to, I'm assuming, find west positions. Looks like something neutralized at least one position, so that's good. Do the Allies have their own artillery? I mean, they have the whiz-bang, but that would be a little bit ballsy to push on up that far. But let's see if Skippy, or in this case, Noob King, has that ability to get close. Otherwise, again, it would be launching artillery strikes, maybe through Indian artillery, or maybe not strong as like a direct strike. It's still something. Boldicus does have himself bomber support instead of like a rocket strafe. It's heavy bombers saying an entire area. That could be something. A lot of dead MGs right there. Whiz-bangs do come in and easily kill that unit. Panther is on the field. 75 does go down thanks to an AT gun that's also under whiz-bang fire. So looks like Whisperer is he's gonna need not just normal Whisperer, he's gonna need a Ghost Whisperer to talk to his dead men. Oh wow, good hang time. But Boldicus and Noob King still at least keeping the Axis pretty competitive in this region. But in the north, it's a completely different story. Allied forces are pulling back. Why Martyr M and a Stug? Alright. MG and also the Flak is opening fire. But as we see with the circle, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a V1 strike. And unfortunately, the MG is gonzo. Now, wow, I was about to say at least the flak survived, but no. Yeah, artillery from the west neutralizes that. Canadians now fighting a Panzer III as well as additional Dock infantry. I don't see them holding or killing that. So, right now, Grants have pushed up. Actually, a big attack going on by Ronnie, trying to break German positions and pull the enemy away from that other attack elsewhere. Unfortunately, pack fire as well as MG fire has held back his infantry and armor to a pretty decent extent. Nebelwerfer is driving them away. And yeah, we have bombers in the back hitting the retreat point. Now, luckily, the dock player realized this and will retreat. Paratrooper tried to hit him with a satchel. Nice idea, and at least they neutralized one of the Nebelwerfers with that strike, so excellent. However, at the very least, Axis forces did get their infantry away, so it wasn't a killer blow that probably Boldicus really wanted it to be. But that said, it did kill Nebelwerfer, it killed a cache, and it killed a retreat point. So German forces are going to be on the back foot and will not be able to come up as quickly due to the long walk to the front. So that gives the Allies a little bit of time. Time they absolutely need. Let's see. Allies, by the way, are averaging... Wait, is that right? Oh, no, Railinator brings it down. Okay. I would say like low 70s on average. Wait, hold on. We'll see after this. Allies whizbangs are currently being engaged by Panzer IVs. Uncle trying his best. Sherman is low. Oh, misses. And that one doesn't miss. Whizbangs are pulled back. Boldicus moving additional Shermans from across the map. Sherman is firing. Panzer IVs are engaging. They are pushing up against the Sherman. Sherman doing its best, but it's 2-1. But here comes bazooka teams. Panzer IVs push up too far. Although they did kill the Sherman. So far, 2 Shermans to 1 Panzer IV. Panther coming in on the half-track. So Allied positions are now being threatened on the front. Half-track goes down. Paratroopers can reinforce. Here comes... Ronnie with his Grants kills the other Panzer IV. So it is a bit of a brutal loss on both sides. If they lose a Grant, I would definitely give it an Axis win. But he turns and fires at the other one. The Grant can still put down that Panther and make it an Allied win. He does! And Ronnie makes this a potential Axis tactical victory into an Allied tactical victory. Strategically, we'll have to see if the Allies immediately counterattack and retake some of these positions, but there is still Brumbar, MG, and other units I think that will hold Boldicus back. Meanwhile, we do have Railinator with his Croc that is pulling back after some heavy fighting over here. He will have to pull back, but it looks like he did at least kill Chucky's Stug. Chucky, by the way, has down to 1 Stug, so the Martyr is gone. We only have 1 Wesp, but, and we do have to say one thing, is the fact that right now we have an Elephant, and as much as the Croc is good against anti-infantry, the Elephant is good against, anti-armor. And having the hill is even better. Now, I am surprised the Elephant managed to get up the hill, given its engine problems. But, you know what, it's fine, it's here, and I'm glad that it's able to at least support the Germans in this area and potentially lead to a counter push. Victory point-wise, Allies need something. I think a unit just died right here. They need something because they're down by 250 points still, and they're losing more and more. Whizbangs are pulling back. We got Boulder as well. Grant as well. Oh, wait, we have artillery? Ronnie getting out the big guns. We have at least 1 artillery piece. Mobile, so could be an issue. The Axis focused artillery fire on it. But for the time being, I don't think they have any static positions. And the Martyrs don't have the range at this point. Artillery is currently counteracting... Sorry, the Wesp. Not the Martyrs. The Wesps. He is not paying attention. We may see a loss here. Is he gonna pull back? Or does he think it's just gonna stop firing and it'll be okay? Let's see. Chat is saying the whiz-bang is not all that great. Well, first off, the Union artillery just killed that, although do in fact. Remember, anytime you fire, pull back your artillery if it's mobile, if you can. We have mines being dropped right as the Canadians are oh no. This is not a good time to place mines, and we're about to see. Yep, there. Oh, at least we had sweepers. Okay. But now we have artillery hitting the mines. Yep. And the mines, because they're detonating from the artillery, are killing the sweepers. Damn. Massive allied counterattack, though. Although a lot of the infantry is perishing under Nebulorfer fire. Croc is engaging the elephant, as well as with the Canadian forces. Elephant is pulling back. Needs a little bit of support. Some good shots by the Canadians. Elephant might be able to kill it one shot, but they need something to deal with these Canadians. Rear shot on the elephant, and there it goes! Croc barely wins the battle against the elephant. Sounds like an Animal Planet show. Elephant versus crocodile. I mean, in that sense, elephant would win. Artillery trying to kill the croc on the retreat. But no dice. Croc will manage to get away, though Stuka does do quite a bit to Boldicus's forces. The combined allied thrust in the sector, to me, was a success. Now, one thing to keep in mind is until that elephant is absolutely dead, the doc could bring it back to life. Stug is opening fire on it. Again, the recovery vehicle could do work. Paratroopers, though, are holding on that victory point, and right now, they need to. They're bringing down. They're slowly clawing back at the Axis lead and trying to gain some more ground against it. Matilda having a bad day versus 2 Stugs, so bounces 1 shot at least. Up, gets Fausted. Stugs could easily kill it if they ground fire through it. Ground fire through it. Ground fire, okay. That's cool. Wait, we have something coming in over here. What? It's not the... Oh, it's just artillery. It's zeroing artillery. The MG's dead, but everything else should be fine. Hellcat comes along the side. German forces do get that back. Stugs are coming on over. The Croc is seriously in need of repair, so don't expect that guy to come out, at least for another 30 seconds to a minute. Grants are there, though. With some AT units. I love how the Palm Grenadiers stole the Canadians' weapons. That's pretty funny. Artillery is hitting the Grant, forcing it back. Alright. A little friendly fire with some artillery, but at least... Oh, wait, hold on. Whiz-bang opening fire. There goes 2 German units. So, I know chat wasn't talking as highly on the whiz-bang, but it's not doing half bad. We'll double check the kills at the end, but it seems to be at least getting some wipes. Yes, maybe compared to some others, like over time, or a little bit more up in the air, but... Cat and Cry doing some scouting, trying to find a good target. German units are seriously taking hits, though. Look at this. 3 units on the field. Like, no major armor to really... I mean, there's some Panthers, sure. If I'm the Axis, I'm trying to figure out how do I inflict the most damage possible on the Allies and hope to God I can wipe an army or do something. Right now, killing this Croc would be a huge win. Because Railinator doesn't have the manpower currently to get a new one. And it's also Vet 3. Like, this thing is a monster. Here come the Stoogs. Canadians aren't too far behind. Stoogs fire, but alas, are having trouble penetrating the monster. Alright, they done like 20%. Under sustain. Don't turn around! Stop turning around! Oh, god damn it. Oh, Tiger. Okay. Misses the shot, of course. Allied forces are busy with a Panther coming along the side, hitting the whiz-bangs. They may not be doing as much, but they are driving the Axis batty and causing them to lose a lot of units. They really shouldn't. Tiger is advancing. There's still the Bulldozer and some AT units while the Croc gets repairs. Brumbar is pulling back. Both sides have inflicted some heavy casualties on each other. It's almost dead even. Axis have gotten a few more casualties on the Allies. Artillery is just firing on both sides. Brumbar trying to fire through. What is your plan? Like, there's no AT. So I'm not sure what the plan is there. There's nothing stopping all this armor from just hitting your line. So I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know. Also, Grants both being Vet 3. Pretty nice. Good job, Ronnie. Panther coming on in, but one Panther is not going to hold against all that. Hellcat going in from behind, trying to block his retreat. He does manage to slow down the Panther. Grants are slow to catch up. And the other Panther helps save the, well, okay. Uncle is coming in with 2 Panthers. Hold on! This could be a hell of a counterplay. This is exactly what the Axis need. Go in and get that kill! Kill that Vet 3 Grant. Come on. Fire at will. Fire, Panther. Come on. Fire! Oh my god. Ronnie gets out of there. Grenadiers coming along the flank. They needed both Grants dead. They needed both of them to die in order for them to achieve some victory. Croc is still harassing them, and I love the flame causing damage, like debuffs to the armor. Stop moving backwards. You're gonna get shot in the ass. And as I say that, he gets shot in the ass. Okay. Paratroopers might, okay, at least die to the Tiger, which definitely needs repairs. I mean, right now, the Axis have just taken so many losses, and they just can't deal with that Croc. This is not going how the, probably Axis intended. There's enough AT here that they should be fine. There's even, look, a flak. Motorcycle team moving on up. Will he sacrifice the Panther to kill the Crocodile? He might. No, he doesn't! I mean, to be fair, that's... You don't want to sacrifice units. Zeroing is being called in, I believe. Alright, some good hits. Whiz-bang stopping the strobe trooper from decapping the territory. Right now, again, Allies have regained that lead. But they need to make sure the Germans don't get it back. There's at least 4 Panthers on the field. The Bazooka team doing its best to hold back that unit. Grenades are thrown. Strobe Trooper, you easily could have killed that Bazooka team. That's not... Why are you charging by yourself? Uncle. Now you charge? Fighting position being placed down. Honestly, we're about to maybe see a V1. I'm being honest, we might see a V1 be called in on this position. If I'm Chucky, that might be what I do. Because the Allies can't take this. They just can't. You can't have it. Tiger at least, you know, holds on to this. I'm keeping an eye out. Oh, wait, no, V1 is still 50 points away. Never mind. It's like a minute away. Infantry section and whatnot hold this position. Taking it back and putting pressure back on the axis. There's a lot of Panthers, though, but again, they have to deal with more infantry based. Proc is still an absolute menace. Railinator just railing against the axis and just not caring. Although there is a flak 36 now. I think this... Oh, wait, and a 17-pounder! Both sides have the big guns. Well, the flak... Nope. Smoke is dropped. Stu, glass shot. Alright. Paratrooper being called on into the victory point. AT gun is brought up further. Oh, but the V1 is called in there. Oh, Paratrooper walking in at a bad time. And the AT gun can't exactly dodge. Oh my god. Right! Oh my god. The luckiest Paratrooper squad. He just got out of the blast zone. Just barely. Alright, Axis need to hold on to this for dear life, but here comes the whiz-bangs. Opening fire with all the rockets they have at their disposal. I'm glad they got Nebula for there, but by god, I need to heal this. Alright, in the southern region, with the other victory point. Panzer Grenadiers are pushing on in against the SSF Commandos, which are doing their best to hold. Again, Panthers are still available, though weaker. Remember, they're not good against infantry. A lot of MGs here. So smoke would need to be... You need to kill this infantry and drop smoke. This is a hard task. Good shot right there with artillery at least. Hold on. One good shot on that Grant. It's GG. Nope, they're pulling back. SF Commandos are advancing, so Noob King will push there. Bombers coming in this sector. Clear that area pretty easily. And here comes a big push. Proc is back. Tiger is injured. He can't engage. There's nothing. The Allies have this. The Axis don't have any other position. It's GG. Mines being placed, not a terrible idea. Stop! Turning your goddamn Stug back. Oh my god. Chucky, by the way, having 1,400 manpower, just realizing that. Oops. I didn't do it. Railinator with top kills and tied with top vehicle kills with Ronnie. On the Axis side, we have Keck with top infantry kills. Top vehicle kills goes to Uncle. Top damage goes to Keck, and top damage goes to Ronnie. Double checking this. We have ourselves... let's see. Any big kills? 51 for the Canadians, although there was a lot of them. Croc, 30 kills, 2 vehicle kills. Not too shabby for a single vehicle. Lots of Stugs, lots of death for them. Yeah, nothing really much there. 30 kills for the infantry section. 50 for the... Okay, Grant's also only like 5 vehicle kills. Good stuff right there. Good stuff. Checking to see. 58 for the Palm Grenadiers. 3 vehicle kills, so not too shabby for infantry. Actually, pretty damn good. Paratroopers did pretty good. Nothing there. Wesp, I feel like these are undercounts again for artillery. That's my thing. Whiz-bang only 16 kills. It did wipe a number of units, so when it fired, at least fired. One of them did die. Keep that in mind. So at least okay. Pax actually got more infantry kills. At least it's showcasing that. Yeah, okay. Not too bad. Not too bad in the slightest, and not seeing much here. All right, so good game. Very solid game. The artillery to me was something that I feel like the Allies, I especially early on, I'm like, I don't know, because you had the Nebwerfers, the Wesps. I mean, you had tons of stuff, Stuka fire, just everything being thrown at the Allies. But what the Allies did do very well was, one, hold off, because the Germans were pressing on them so goddamn hard. They did a good job keeping their units alive. and holding the front. That's at the very least. Like, they bent the line, but they didn't break, right? But when the allies counterattacked, the Axis lost so much, typically. So, yeah, I mean, to be fair, there were some bad British operations early on. But overall, I can't say it was like, wow, just what are you doing? Just what are you doing? But no, I truly have to say GG. And by the way, Boldicus, yes, I did forget. Boldicus, thank you very much for submitting this replay. Very good stuff right there. Very solid effort. And you know what? It could have been worse. Again, the Axis were bringing so much pressure that if they would have kept it up and not lost so much, they could have forced the Allies to lose the game by victory points way earlier in the match. So we'll have to see. Anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. I'm Greyshot17. I'll see you guys next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tonybee 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.